Well, the summer transfer window is well and truly underway. How about this? And some really interesting stories in the morals of football, and also some players going to some very very big clubs that we know very very well could have been going to the Premier League, but they're off to Real Madrid. That man I'm talking about is of course Englishman Jude Bellingham. Let's start off with that Bellingham story. Let's get a few Fabrizio Romano quotes up. Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. It is a done deal. Agreement is in place with Borussia Dortmund. The fee is £100 million plus add-ons. Jude Bellingham signs a 6-year deal until June 2029. It was actually agreed in April, so Bellingham has made his decision for quite a while. The medicals have already been booked in Madrid, and they want to get it done this week. So, was the last Englishman to play for Real Madrid David Beckham? Last Englishman to sign for Real Madrid. I think it would have had to be Beckham. Was he the last one? I know Michael Owen played for them. Um, I, I'm having a look here. Jonathan Woodgate. Okay, so yeah, Bellingham, Woodgate, Owen, Beckham. So yeah, wow, Jude Bellingham, the latest Englishman, the first one in 17 years to sign for Real Madrid, and this just it makes Real Madrid an absolutely silly team. If we take a look at their midfield stocks here, Tony Kroos, Luka Modric, Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelian Tchouameni, Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, of course. Of course, they can deploy Valverde on the wing. They can deploy Camavinga at left back, but Bellingham adding to those midfield stocks, they are so versatile. They are so well stocked, and they've always obviously got Karim Benzema out the door to Saudi Arabia. This is they'd just be so happy with this, and they're also in for another Englishman, believe it or not, in Harry Kane. I think if Harry Kane wants to win a trophy and he fits exactly what Real Madrid need, I think it'd be a good deal for all parties. So imagine in one summer, both Bellingham and Kane, two Englishmen, head to Real Madrid. That would be quite something. One of the most prestigious clubs in the world, just getting some proper lads in there. No, of course that would be two incredible signings. But Bellingham, first of all, I mean he's 19 years of age. He speaks like he's 35 and he's won 6 Champions Leagues. He is so mature on and off the football pitch. He's such an impressive human being and such an impressive player. He could transform this Real Madrid side. He could be the future Luka Modric. Don't want to put too much pressure on him. It's not like he's going to see this video, but yeah, I mean, Real Madrid's depth, and I mean depth is the key point when you go into European football. And Real Madrid, they failed to win the Champions League this year due to a very well stocked Manchester City, and obviously they beat Liverpool in the final last year. But if they want to get another shot at it next season, I think Jude Bellingham is a perfect man to add to the midfield depth. Obviously, as I said, being able to deploy guys like Valverde and Camavinga in different positions. Real Madrid's next priority, obviously, is a striker, and there have been reports that they're in for Harry Kane. I think the Mbappe deal's off. I don't see Real Madrid going in for Mbappe. Mbappe looks pretty set at PSG, which I don't know about, to be honest. I think he's got to get out of that league if he really wants to prove himself. Obviously, he's an amazing player, and he showed it at the World Cup at a very high level. But I think he's got to go. I think he's at much higher level than PSG. You know, the coach has just been sacked down in Paris, and Neymar's looked like he's going to leave. Messi's already left. Sergio Ramos has left. There are so many big name players leaving that I think Mbappe does need to get out of there. So it doesn't cross out the move to Real Madrid, which they are in need for a striker. But number one, is that the right move for Mbappe? I think it is. Number two, is it the right move for Real Madrid? I don't think it is. I think they need a well-experienced veteran to go to complement with the youth of the team at the moment. I think they've got so much youth around the squad. I think they do need that veteran striker such as Harry Kane. I think he would be a perfect signing and fits into exactly how they like to play. They like to play Benzema as the false nine, and Harry Kane is so good at dropping deep and playing and linking up that way. Obviously Kane's linked to many moves in the Premier League, none so more heavily than Manchester United. But if Real Madrid can poach him, that would be real good for them. But obviously, the main story, Jude Bellingham, £100 million plus add-ons. He is off to Real Madrid. The medical tests have been booked for next week, and his salary will be about £12 million per season. Yeah, so we made the decision in April. So there you go, £103 million plus bonuses. Add-ons can amount to 30% of the fixed amount. So, there we go. The other story, N'Golo Kante. He is off to join Karim Benzema at Al-Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. I really hope I don't get sick of, and I know I will, but I'm going to get sick of, making videos on these Saudi moves. I won't do them for all of them. I thought I'd just mention it in this Bellingham video. Man, the Saudi scenario is an interesting one, isn't it? Here I am making this video. In 5 years, Saudi could be one of the leading leagues in the world. They're just throwing money at players, and it seems to be working. Messi actually turned down $1 billion bid, which I've got to respect him for, but Ronaldo to Al-Nassr, Karim Benzema to Al-Ittihad, Kante to Al-Ittihad. I believe Al-Nassr's just offered a contract to Wilfried Zaha, and I believe Al-Hilal will be looking to do some business too. So, talking about Al-Hilal, back in the day when I was a staunch A-League supporter, I was big on the A-League back in the day. I'm not sure where the wheels fell off me in terms of watching the A-League, but they just did. I really wish I could get back into it, but I just don't feel the personal connection. I was a big Western Sydney Wanderers fan back in the day. By that, I had all the kits. I knew all the players. Brendan Santalab was my favourite player. It was incredible. We played Al Hilal in the 2014 AFC Champions League final, and I was up. Was it late or early morning? I can't remember, to watch that Champions League final, and I believe we drew that second leg 0-0 over in Saudi Arabia. One of their players spat on ours after the game. We lifted the trophy. I remember we went to Morocco, went to the Club World Cup, one game away from facing Messi and Suarez's and Neymar's Barcelona. It would have been incredible. So you talk about that. Al-Nassr gone from playing Western Sydney Wanderers, and the Western Sydney Wanderers have gone to not being able to get 3,000 people at a game to, Al-Nassr going into this sort of business. It's not Al-Nassr in this deal. It is Al-Ittihad. They have signed N'Golo Kante, as they did with Benzema a few days ago. It is a done deal with N'Golo Kante. The medicals were completed in London. It's a 2-year deal with an option for the further pre-season and £100 million per season salary. That is silly. So we just talked about Bellingham's deal was £100 million and his salary was £2 million. Kante's salary is $100 million. He's earning £100 million per year. For example, if Kante goes on and plays till he's 40, that is $1 billion. Because a player of that high profile, that high marketability, I don't see them dropping the salary for him when they've got that much of it, that oil money. So, man, Kante will be a billionaire very soon. Let's just say he's already got a big in the bank, I'd have to say. $100 million per year till 2025, and who knows if we'll continue going on after that. And this is sad, because Kante I find really likeable. He was an absolute gun at Chelsea through some of their 2010s glory years, and he dominated midfields in the Premier League for a long, long time, and even over that just few year stretch where he was dominating, he was such a joy to watch. And same going to Saudi Arabia, where yes, the injuries have affected his past few years, but I still think he's at a much better level than here, and I think you can, obviously you can't get Saudi money, but you can get very, very good money at higher places in Europe where you still keep some of your credibility. And I don't rate this from Kante. I don't rate anyone who's going to Saudi. I get it sets you up for life, but you have got a lot of money. I think you've got to be playing for your legacy a little bit, and I don't think Kante, Benzema, or Ronaldo are really doing this. Ronaldo is an interesting one, because I think he has already passed it, and I think he internally accepted that. And that's not a dig. He's one of the greatest of all time. Manchester United legend, but he is past it. Benzema's the Ballon d'Or holder, and Kante still has things to go in the tank. I don't see why he's done this deal, but he's done it, and the marketability of Al-Ittihad's gone right up. I don't see a world where I buy a Saudi team shirt. Now, I'm saying that I'll probably buy one in a year, but I don't see a world where Australians, Americans, British people, French, Germans, Austrians, Polish, whatever, they buy a Saudi Arabian team shirt with Kante, Benzema, or Ronaldo on the back. I just don't see it. And I think you're losing credibility if you go over to Saudi with all that money, and they try to build a Super League, basically not the European Super League, the Arabic Super League. So fair play to what they're doing, but yeah, I'm just devastated with the way this is going. Something of Europe's great players just hang over down that route. Anyway, Kante, Bellingham, both done deals. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I'll see you all next time. Cheers.